Empowering You supports salon owners and service providers with the tools to effectively run their business. We support you in a wide variety of platforms, which include our 3-day Owners University, our salon and spa consulting for owners, where they work one-on-one with a consultant. We have our in-salon trainings, in-salon front desk trainings, our service provider mentoring program on how they get to work so smart and not so hard, and of course, our life coaching. So today we're going to be discussing the value in an effective recruiting plan. We're going to review the difference between being reactive and proactive to hiring. We're going to review a 3-step process to help you create your own recruiting plan. The future of every salon and spa really depends on how we recruit, how we hire that new team, and how are they going to embrace the culture. Before we begin, I want to ask you a question. When hiring a new team member, where do you find them? Do you place an ad? Do you even go maybe to your local cosmetology school? What is your approach? Let's really be honest here. Are you proactive or are you reactive? And what's the difference? Let's take a look at the beginning. Let's look at being reactive. So being reactive means that your actions are really in this response to a problem or situation. So we think about the hiring process. Being reactive would imply that you don't necessarily have a recruiting plan in place, that you hire team members on the immediate need of your company. So an example might be a stylist quits and you hire that first person that applies for the job because you need to fill it immediately. Can you relate here? I have news for you. Many salon and spa owners live in this reactive space. Being proactive means that one controls the situation by preparing for possible future problems. So again, let's apply this to the hiring of the new team members. Being proactive means you have a recruiting plan in place, that you're hiring team members because they complement your culture and they want to assist you in growing your salon and spa. This is really where we want to live. We want to be proactive in hiring. This means that we need to have a recruiting plan in action in hiring those new team members. It's time that we move beyond having a warm body hiring approach. You know exactly what I mean. You have a position open and you hire the first person that applies for that position. You just want that position filled. Can you relate? It's time that you hire the right person that's going to complement your team dynamics. And the only way to do that is to have a recruiting plan in place. It's time to be proactive. I love this statement. Recruitment is not just about filling the job that are vacant right now or filling jobs that may be vacant soon. It's about making a continuous long-term investment in attracting a high-quality workforce capable of accomplishing the organization's mission now and into the future. Pretty powerful, would you say? According to Harvard Business Review, as much as 80% of employee turnover is due to bad hiring decisions. So let's be honest, almost every salon and spa owner at some point has hired the wrong person. I know personally I have. Have you guys? We need to think about the cost of hiring that wrong person. I'm not just referring to the financial cost, but the real cost of hiring that wrong person in your company. What is the cost? Yes, certainly we can lose money. How about time? The time of interviewing, the paperwork, and training. And we can potentially lose customers because of that poor customer service. It can damage our salon and spa culture. And the list goes on and on. So what can we do to avoid that wrong person? It's simple. We're going to hire the right person. A simple way to create a recruiting plan is to follow 3 simple steps. Number 1, understand what you want. Number 2, identify your sources. And number 3, create and define your interviewing process. So, number 1, understand what you want. It's not just about what you need, it's about the type of person that you want in joining your team. You need to be crystal clear on what type of team member that person needs to be for you. It's about the values and the ethics that you want. It's about their beliefs and their values. Are they going to fit into your Salon and Spa's culture? And do they complement your team? This is a fundamental part of branding your business. It's important that each person that you bring into your team reflects and buys into your culture. Now that you have a clear understanding of the type of individual that you want to join your team, you're ready to begin the process of finding those quality candidates. You may decide to create a recruiting package that you will leave with potential candidates when visiting a local cosmetology school. You should take the time to build a strong relationship with your local schools. Create a strong identity for your salon and spa by donating your time to do educational workshops for those students. And do you have an effective advertising plan of action? This is an example of my recruiting flyer for my salon and spa. Check it out. The next steps is to making certain that you have an effective interviewing process in place. Your interviewing process really needs to include the following: one-on-one interview. This is where you, as a salon and spa owner, can meet one-on-one with a potential candidate. If you decide that you're interested and they might be a fit for your company, then set up a group or team interview. This is where you'll have a few of your key team members. They get the chance to interview and talk with this candidate and make certain that they see that it's a good fit for the company as well. And take time to do a technical interview with this person. Once that you decide that this individual is a perfect fit for your business, I suggest having them come in and do a shadow experience for a few hours. This allows the potential candidates to come into your salon and spa and see what it's like to be in action. Empowering you again wants to thank you for your time and energy and participating in this training. We'd like to leave you with the parting quote. It's time to make a positive and permanent change. It's time to embrace your potential leadership. It's time to live and lead an empowered life. If you'd like any more information, please contact us at 812-455-1367.